talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalton, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
We are back to it. What's up, guys? First off, just want to acknowledge the elephant in the room. I apologize for not being live for last night's game for our regulars around here who come in with us for every Phillies postgame show. Reason was, unfortunately, I've been mourning, lost my pit bull, Roxanne, my dog, so I want to thank KJ and Fratty for covering for me on Thursday. Unfortunately, she passed over the Rainbow Bridge that day, but they did a great job covering for me. They dedicated the show to her, so I want to thank both of them for covering and sustaining what we're building here because this is special. Unfortunately, the team tonight wasn't so special, but we're back to it, having some fun, doing what we love. But man, oh man, last night was a great win. I mean, can you give us a quick recap, Fratty? I know you were pumped up, right, man?
Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep when it was like 11-0. We didn't finish so late. But overall, I mean, that was one game we needed that game last night. We just blew over Braves. Kind of polar opposite to tonight's game. Trey Turner, everybody was hitting last night. But it was only one game. It only lasted for like one game, and then we pretty much hit back to reality tonight again. Yeah. So,
yeah, I mean, I think that definitely is a good part to really like kind of start up like the whole topic that we were going to talk about. This team is a seesaw team. This team just goes up and down, and it's just been really aggravating, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with this team. I mean, you see this team going crazy. You see this team against Houston get swept by a Houston team where, I mean, like they didn't dominate us and we got swept by them. And it was like 2-1 games. It was 2-0 game, 1-0 game. And this game that happened last night, I mean, that was great to see. And you're like, okay, that's a good step in the right direction. All right, maybe we got something here. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just weird. And I know we have a lot of players that are out right now, but it just seems like this team, I mean, like the pitcher for Atlanta, you got to give it to him. I forget his name, but he was wheeling and dealing, and he was looking really good for them. You got to give it to him. I mean,
it was like Shrewsbury. What was his name?
Yeah, like something Swedish or something.
Swadenback.
I don't know. He sounded like a Swedish chef or something from the Muppets or whatever. Yeah,
I don't know what he was, but whatever the hell he was completely speaking a different language because 12 strikeouts, man, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, so that was they were very dominant today. I mean, the pitcher was insane looking. I mean, he's one of the top pitchers in the league right now. I think he's up there with Wheeler. So I mean, yeah, he's really dominant. And it was just this team could not get a crack on anything. They really just couldn't. I don't think how many hits do we get Friday? I'm trying to think. What was it, like maybe 2 in the game? It wasn't many.
4, maybe. It was a 4. I think it was 4 or 5.
Yeah, it wasn't many. There wasn't much action tonight.
It wasn't much action at all. So the bats were not alive, and it just wasn't. It wasn't a good outing by the Phils at all. It really wasn't. And also, I felt like, it really sucked too. Like, I mean, there were some catchable balls. I mean, don't get me wrong. Alec Boehm had a crazy play at one point, and Bryson Stott had a crazy diving play as well. So both those guys, they had some pretty good diving plays, sacrifice plays. on the defensive side. But Castellanos, I don't know what was going on with him, but he was losing his eyesight in the outfield. He kind of like couldn't like locate some of the balls in the outfield. It was kind of like not usually it's not usually from him. Usually you don't see that from a guy like Castellanos. He's usually pretty keened in when it comes to those fly balls out there. And he was just and it's weird too. It's not like the sun was getting in his eyes because it wasn't sunny. It was dark. So it's not like he was getting lost. It's not like the ball was getting lost in the sun. No, it was uncharacteristic. That was the word I was thinking of Nick Castellanos to be like that. So yes, there were a couple ones that were kind of out of his reach, but I mean, like, yeah, he's still like there was a couple ones that you got to catch.
Well, speaking of uncharacteristic, I guess some might say that it's uncharacteristic of Brandon Marsh to be playing well. But you said it yourself, Mac. He was playing well tonight. He seemed to be one of the only ones playing with some confidence out there. Do you think that Brandon Marsh is on the – I mean, overall, I would say the past month, he's been playing good baseball. Do you think that Brandon Marsh is on an uptrend and now working his way towards where he could stay on this team? Or what are your thoughts on BM no BMU, just BM?
I mean, of anything, this might even be giving Brandon Marsh some more I guess you could say upgrade for teams and kind of maybe some more eyes on him. If teams are actually interested in him, I mean, maybe they really are like, okay, this guy could maybe have some kind of streak or something like that. And he's been having that recently. I mean, like obviously he was bumped back and he was in Lehigh where they kind of did that whole experiment for a little bit where he was kind of down there trying to get his confidence back. And it seemed like it actually worked for him. It definitely did seem like it worked. I'm not truly convinced that he is like your permanent center fielder. I'm just not convinced that he is a year-round starter. I just don't think he is. I think he's a rotational guy. I think that you can rotate him and Rojas, but I don't feel like rotating him and Rojas really works. I feel like you still do need just a permanent center fielder. I don't think Marsh is there yet, but he is totally getting his confidence back. He's getting my respect back for sure, but not fully, I would say.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Friday, what are your thoughts on Marsh?
I'll just say this. Brandon Marsh is Brandon Marsh. He is he's playing better. He's playing better lately. All of a sudden he's all right to me. He's still an okay player, to be honest. I mean, I'm not his favorite. He's not even a top 3 favorite player of mine. Still, regardless of what he does, he's not even a top 3, not even top 5 favorite player. Even though he's playing with confidence, I still rank him behind Bryce Harper. I still rank him behind Bryson Scott. Well, sort of even with Scott. And I still rank him behind the likes of Alec Boehm and behind the likes of some other guys out there too. Some are starters. So Brandon Marsh, he's playing with confidence, but he just needs to keep it up. But even though he could be on an uptrend now, September, October, he could be on a choke trend. If he may be playing well now, like guys, but don't get your hopes up because it's coming again later in the season.
Yeah, don't worry, Star Wars. We're gonna get into Jordan Romano soon. Don't worry. That's coming, bud. That's coming. Don't worry. We're not gonna forget about him.
We are. Thank you, Max. Sorry, I keep muting. But why don't we get into this seesaw of success? I thought that was a great word that you used.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of talking about beforehand how this team is so seesaw-like. I mean, as I was saying before, like in this past week, we got swept by the Astros, and I mean, I hate losing to that team. I can't stand it because I still have PTSD from 2022. I mean, just like losing to that team in the World Series, so it still sucks. It's still a bad taste in my mouth, and I think them not really like showing any kind of success against the Astros at all. It was just like really like it looked like this team has no life at all. And then when they came out yesterday with firing cannons yesterday and going crazy with bombs after bombs, and that was Trey Turner. You saw Castellanos with a homer. I'm pretty sure, did Schwarber get a homer yesterday? I think he got a homer yesterday as well. Pretty sure he did. I could be wrong. But, yeah, there's a lot of guys getting involved. And even Otto Kemp got a homer yesterday, which was great to see. His first career home run. So, and it's funny, I tried to bet on him today to get a homer, and no, it didn't hit. So, obviously, I mean, like, nobody hit a home run. So, I'm probably one of the worst sports bettors ever. Like, you can ask my buddy Josh Siegel. I suck at sports betting. It's awful. It's just.
I think that's everybody, Mac. Don't worry, it's not just you.
That's true. I know, but I'm very. I
suck at. I was looking at my record the other day because I was thinking about sports betting, and it was just like red.
Dude, mine is.
It is funny that you said that though about Otto. Because I'm sure one guy was really excited. And shout out to Ballpark Tommy, who I hope I get to see on vacation, because I'm sure he was probably screaming from his couch, KJ, automatic! Like at the top.
Automatic catch. He's automatic, bud.
When we were in college, funny enough, we had this game. And for those of you guys who don't know, Ballpark Tommy is very competitive. Very competitive. And he's very good at stuff, too. So, I mean, we had this game called Ring Toss, basically where you just go back and you kind of like let the ring go and you try to hook it on this ring with a string.
Oh, yeah.
And every time, I swear this kid, he just figured out a way to make Ring Toss perfect every single time. And every single time he would make the shot, he'd look at me and he'd go, automatic! There was one time, I think he might have made 10 in a row. And it was pretty hard. So I know with Otto Kemp,
it is hard.
He's got to be very hyped up about.
Is that the one with the ring on the wall?
Yes, exactly. That game that you see like in a surf shop or something. Sometimes.
Yep. And it's on a string. It's a string, and you throw it, or what? You don't throw it, or you just. I guess
you just got to have the right touch.
Yeah, you just have the right touch, and that's Ballpark's got it for sure.
Ballpark had it, and he just knew. But it's really cool to like kind of see that. I will say on a positive note of this seesaw of success is we've learned and discovered how awesome Otto Kemp is, how much of a spot he deserves on this team, that he needs to be here, that he needs to stick around because he's got some juice to him, right? He's got something that he plays with and plays for, and this team can take notes from that, I think. So they're getting a little bit better, but yeah, this seesaw of success has been crazy. And some ups and downs tonight. Like we said, I mean, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 7 strikeouts for Jesus Luzardo. Obviously, he still kept the Phillies in the game. It was really later in the game when Romano came in, which we'll get into here in a minute, as KJ alluded to. But it was when he came in that the tide really kind of took for the worst. Now, even though Luzardo was giving up hits, he was getting out of situations for the most part, which was good. So I think that he kept the Phillies in the game. Like, he did his job. And I think Luzardo's still learning is kind of the good thing for Phillies fans. Like, he has so much potential is what I'm trying to say in a good way. Like, I think he can very much develop for the Phillies as a long-term guy. Almost somebody that can be like that Ranger Suarez or somebody that they've developed in their system for a while. So I think Jesus Luzardo is going to be a name that Phillies fans get ready to know for a while. Or Jesus, sorry. I read Jesus.
It is spelled the same way. Jesus, so I don't blame. Jesus, we're praying for you to make.
I'm praying for him.
That guy. But yeah, I guess with Jesus, it was great to see him really just kind of. I mean, I know a couple of weeks, actually, I think a couple of games ago, he didn't have the best of games. He gave up some runs, and it was unfortunate. It was uncharacteristic of him. But I really think for the most part, though, he's had an amazing season. He's had a dominant season, and there's been more great successful games that we've seen from him. Some more successful outings from Jesus Luzardo than we've seen bad ones. So I feel like it's not like an Aaron Nola situation at all. I think with Jesus, also a younger guy. Also, he came from a situation with Miami. Where I mean, like you had maybe like 5 fans every game. So I mean, like that sucked over there. That sucked down there. So, but yeah, I mean, I think not a bad outing for him. It sucks that this goes out as a loss for him because I mean, his other pitching crew could not help him out. His other guys, I mean, his bullpen just could not save him for one bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with that. Frat, what do you think? Because the bullpen was awful.
Luzardo, I mean, think about it, and Luzardo is one of those pitchers, and along with the Phillies team, which I know you guys discussed that last topic with the ups and downs. It kind of reminds me of what they show the Eagles in the NFC East, like it reminds me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the down of like a stock market when the decline goes up and then decline goes down and decline goes up, and that's what Jesus Luzardo has kind of been in the Phillies team. And if you think about it, if I had to fit him in the Red October rotation, it'd be tough. It'd be tough because think about it. You got Wheeler as your number one. At your number two, you got Ranger. Your number three, it's pretty much a toss up between Christopher Sanchez and Luzardo. But if I had to pick one, I honestly think as of right now, Sanchez will be 3, Luzardo's 4. So think about it. Games 1 to 4. If you look at the pitching rotation as a whole, and you're talking Luzardo with his ups and downs, Luzardo slots in as the last guy because Aaron Nola, forget about it. Aaron Nola is not going to be in the pitching rotation. Are you kidding me? I mean,
Yeah.
this dude might be bummed for the season the way things are going. So, I mean, despite Luzardo with his ups and downs, you do not put Nola ahead of him in the rotation because he hasn't pitched in friggin' sorry, excuse my language, in months. So
You're good.
I think you hit the nail on the head though. Like you can't risk it this October. This October, once we get there, is going to be so different, man. I'm going to tell you why. And Fratty made a great video about this on our Instagram. So if you don't, give our Instagram a follow at 302 Birds. Fratty covers the Phillies on there pretty much daily, actually.
Yeah,
and
he
he makes a post every day about what's going on for the Phillies. And today in the post, he talked about something pretty beautiful, I thought, that we as Phillies fans have a lot of Phillies fans that have passed on to the other side. Human and animal. I had an animal one. But that all were watching this team and really enjoying it this year. And I think that this team has very much high expectations from us this year down here because of what we've been through, what we've seen firsthand. But also I feel like the people up there, the Eagles finally got it done this year, right? Like they got the job done. And it wasn't just like they won the Super Bowl. It was like, no, they took the bull by the horns and they threw it. You know, like they beat the crap out of the Chiefs and the Commanders in the NFC Championship. They really, really earned it. And I would like to see the Phillies kind of do that same thing. So, like Fratty said, you cannot take any risks once you get to this October. This October, you have to be sure of this pitching rotation. You have to be sure of this lineup and who are your aces, who are your guys that you're sure, like Wheeler. Obviously, Wheeler's the obvious one. But who are your guys that are going to go out there and win you games? And I think you hit the nail on the head, Frat. Obviously, Nola's not in the mix anymore, which is kind of crazy to think about, but it's how life goes. I love Aaron Nola. I think he's a great guy, but I just don't think he's got the same stride that he did, and maybe I'll be wrong on that. But Luzardo, man, and Sanchez especially. I mean, I don't know how you don't start Wheeler, Ranger, and Sanchez. Like when you said those three, I think that's the perfect rotation right there for Red October. Like that's a rotation I feel like that's going to win you series or put you in the best position to win them because we know, unfortunately, these bats can go cold and that's when things go wrong. But moving on now to our next topic, I'm going to let KJ McCoy get into this because I know he was upset. I mean, Romano completely costed us the game.
Yeah, he's done that a couple times this year, and I've made memes about him. I've made many videos about him many times. I've done the Angry Mob video with The Simpsons. That was probably one of my favorite ones. But every time I think about this guy, more negatives than anything. And I don't know if you remember this show that used to be on TV. I don't know which network it was on, but I always remember when I was little, it'd always be a commercial or whatever it was on. And I always see this show called Everybody Loves Raymond. Well, they were always talking about Ray Romano. And honestly, here, they should make a show called Everybody Hates Romano. Everybody hates Jordan, because I freaking hate this guy. I can't stand him. I don't know why Dombrowski sees anything in this bum. I don't understand it one bit, because every single time he goes out there has been some times where he saved the game. But honestly, though, we've seen more times where we feel like we are biting our nails. And honestly, those nails are falling off the freaking skin that we don't even have nails anymore. That's how stressful it is with this man pitching for the Phillies coming into the game. Okay, right there, when you see him come to the game, okay, wave the white flag. Get that white flag out there. You know what? I surrender. I'm done. I'm dead. That's it. You know what? That's how it is with Jordan. I can't even figure out what his name is.
Get him back. Get him.
I can't even figure out what his name is. I can't even figure it out, because honestly, it's like having Ray Romano, the guy from Everybody Hates Ray, or everybody loves Raymond or whatever. It's like having him as a pitcher. And that's how bad he is, dude. He's horrible. And they need to make a move in the trade deadline. And that's also going back to what we were talking about too, about the postseason as well. This team, and I'm going to tell you this why, this team will not do anything in the postseason if this guy is actually put in the game. If they have to bring him in the postseason, it's going to be like Craig Kimbrell once again. Do you know how pissed off I was at Craig Kimbrell? I went to Baltimore when Baltimore played the Phillies, and I booed the crap out of Craig Kimbrell, and he was playing for the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles fans were looking at me crazy. What the heck are you doing? This Philly fan, oh my gosh. And I said, well, we could have been the World Series if it wasn't for that boneheaded bun.
And now they agree with you.
Boneheaded man bun guy messing it up for us. So that's how it was, and I was booing the crap out of him. And you know what? He really screwed up, because I think out of all the years, 2023 was our best shot at winning it all. It definitely was, because we would have beat the crap. And I say this all the time. We would have beat the living crap out of the Texas Rangers. You know that, right, Friday? We would have beat the crap out of them. They are the most one of the most fraudulent.
Right. If we would have made it to the World Series, we would have smacked
them.
They
are one of the most fraudulent World Series winners I've ever seen. Them and the Washington Nationals years ago too. Them as well. So it's just like, dude, it frustrates me so much seeing this team get horrible relievers like Craig Kimbrell they had before, like Romano. And if they don't make a move to get some more relievers, to get some more pitchers that can actually help this team out, I don't see this team being that memorable team, making us feel like, you know what, like, unfortunately, like, not making the people above happy at all, because you know what, this team does not look like that kind of team. It's not like the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not like the champions of the Eagles. It's not. Unfortunately, is not. If you cannot move on from a guy like this, if you cannot upgrade and get some relieving pitchers, or also get some better center fielder in general as well, then this team will not be a World Series contender. And that is straight up. Red October will be, I'm sorry, Freddie, to say this, I know with you with the shirt on, it will be dead October.
Man, you're going to make him sad, Mac. Fratty, I saw you shaking your head when KJ said the take about the Texas Rangers. Do you agree with that? Do you think that we would have, quote, smacked the Texas Rangers? Do you think we would have beat the Texas Rangers? Or do you think that we are kind of fraudulent because we haven't won a World Series yet? What's your take on all that?
I mean, we probably would have had a better shot than what the D-backs did that year, losing in 5 games. It probably would have went 6 or 7 games. We may have still lost we may have lost the World Series, but who knows? Because the Texas Rangers at that time owned us. And we'll see this year against them. I mean, we always seem to struggle against the Rangers. We'll see in August. But getting to Jordan Romano, oh my gosh, this man, I mean, I wouldn't even invite this man over for a pasta and meatballs and spaghetti and chicken.
Meatballs.
It's Italian sausage. I mean, this man is bad. He's a fraud. He really is going to scare me come Red October. he may even ruin my Christmas. For me and Santa. He might take the joy out of us. He might actually take out the joy out of what throwing a baseball is like. Because I'm gonna say this, guys. We do make Red October. We play the Mets. Or we play any team. Got a bad feeling that in one of the key games that we need to win, this man in the sixth, seventh, or eighth inning is going to allow either a 2-run homer or a 3-run homer, and that's going to be it for us. If this guy doesn't get it, if this guy does this repeat of what he did tonight, and and earlier this season, if he does it in the key moment that matters the most as well, it will leave me wanting to pretty much kick the man right out the front door and not come back to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this right before Dalton goes to his point. Also, Frat, I mean, one thing he did tonight was he gave up, and Fox actually put this up. It was literally a jinx. I don't know if you noticed it, but they were like, the Braves have not. They've been 0-7 with a grand slam with any kind of percentage with grand slams or something like that. Some kind of, I don't know what it was, but they literally jinxed it. And then all of a sudden, boom. And I feel like every time, and not in just the Phillies, but every time in Philadelphia sports, when you see like something that pops up where like any of the TV broadcasts say, oh yeah, this has never been broken. Yeah, this has never happened before. Well, guess what? It's about to be broken in just a second because Philadelphia has something to do with it every single time. And no matter what it is, but if you see that pop up, you know what? Might as well go to the DraftKings or whatever, make a bet on it and bet the worst, to be honest, because that's what will happen. But tonight, that was horrible to see him give up that grand slam like that because they were already putting up the graphics saying like, oh, this guy's not going to hit the grand slam. He freaking did. Well, they should have honestly realized Romano, freaking Joey Romano is pitching, throwing meatballs from Fratty's kitchen. All right.
There you go. I want to say this about Romano too. You guys pretty much hit everything I had to say about it, except this. And I said it to KJ on the phone. I'm going to try to do my best impression of what the fuck he looks like when he's on the mound. Ready? Oh, I fucked up the game. Oh, it's like he has that same look that Sam Bradford used to have on his face. And like as soon as he walks in the game, you can just tell by the look on his face before he even throws any kind of ball. Football, baseball, whatever, right? Romano with the baseball, Bradford with the football. The same thing that they have in common is before they walk on that field, before they throw a ball, that singular look on their face, whether it's you know whether you're winning the game or not. You know whether or not they're fucking that up. And he had the look when he came out of the dugout. And I was like, you know what? Like, there's no confidence to this guy. He's not locked in. He's pretty much the opposite of locked in. He's unlocked in. That's literally what he is. He's unlocked in. He's unlocked out. Like, I don't know what he's doing, and I don't know why the Phillies are continuing to go down this road, because he's going to be this year's Taijuan Walker by the end of the year, if he's not already. He's going to be that guy that everybody hates. But let's take it to the side where nobody hates a guy, where everybody rather loves him. The king of South Philly. Let's go ahead and kick it into Fratty.
Yo, Fratty, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Fratty's Corner. It's Fratty's Corner.
Give him the business, Fratty.
What's up, guys? Well, after tonight, we got one more game with the Braves tomorrow, and then we get into what I would say is one of the biggest gauntlets. I'd say biggest dozen. I'd say dozen because it's a dozen stretch before the All-Star break. The biggest stretch of the season. The two series versus the Padres, the series versus the Reds, and the series versus the Giants is going to be a big test for the Phillies coming up. And I know it's only early July, coming up with the standings being so very tight right now, with everybody being kind of in a cluster, with San Fran and San Diego being close to each other, when the Phillies holding borderline half game division lead and kind of slipping borderline in that first wild card. If you think about it, with the race being so tight with the Mets, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that the Phillies will go 8-4 in that stretch. I know that's asking a little bit the way we're playing right now, but we're going to go 8-4 in that stretch. And I'll tell you why. We're the NL West daddies. 9 of those games are against the NL West. We beat the Dodgers 2-3. We split with the Giants. We beat the Diamondbacks 2 out of 3. We pummeled over the Rockies, and we were 7-0 against them. We haven't played San Diego yet, but we are the NL West daddies. The Phillies will go 8-4 against them. That's not counting tomorrow, of course. We go 8-4. I'll be perfectly fine, and have 56 wins before the All-Star break, and we'll probably be 17 or 18 games. I'm guessing over 500, close to that, around that. But one more message I have to close out. I know it's almost 10:42. Is that Spencer Strider is an absolute clown.
Yeah.
You're an absolute clown, and I think tomorrow the Phillies will score at least, I'd say, 3 to 4 runs off of you, and the Phillies will win tomorrow. 6-3 or 6-4. They'll win tomorrow, and Strider's a clown. Strider, and then you're gonna have the mean, and
Strider the slider. He doesn't have a good slider.
And with that being said, and whoever this hacker is, you need to stop ruining our joy, because I'll remember.
It's only on Twitch. It's just some spam page on Twitch.
Get out of here, you scammer. You heard Fratty.
I think that's the Cowboys fans getting the message that the Phillies are going to win the World Series.
Or is it a Mets? Wait, is it a Mets fan?
It's a Mets,
is it
Cowboys,
Matt Bear
Lakers,
undercover?
Yankees fan.
Yeah.
They don't know what teams they like. It sounds like Matt Bear, kind of.
Yeah, you never know.
But anyway, tomorrow, a quick turnaround, 1:35 game, and probably like 5 o'clock post game, I guess, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Freddie, who has a better mustache, me or Strider?
I think I might have to say KJ McCoy on that one, because Spencer Strider's, I gotta stop talking about this man. But
he's fraudulent.
Anyway, if we win tomorrow, that meme I shared and I won't. Not a lot of people saw this meme yet. The meme I shared in the chat is going to be posted tomorrow after the game. So
get ready, baby.
You do not want a meme from Friday. If that happens, you're toast. You are toast.
Yeah.
Get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. As Fratty said, we'll be here to cover it tomorrow for you guys. Get ready. I'm not sure if I'll be able to be on the show. I can definitely help out with the graphics, but Alyssa has her last pageant tomorrow, so I got to go support her tomorrow night. But I'll definitely be here Monday night and moving forward. But once again, want to thank all you guys for the support. The whole 302 Birds community has been great. KJ McCoy, Fratty, thank you guys both for supporting me. And want to thank, of course, our awesome sponsor for sponsoring this show, Nick's Pizza #1. If you guys haven't, go check them out in Wilmington, Delaware. Amazing pizza, Detroit style if you like it. And also want to thank TickPick, the best place right now to buy all your Phillies tickets with no fees. If you want to get tickets for Bryce Harper's return, maybe check them out there. But that's all we got. Have a good rest of your weekend, guys.
Go Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World
champions of baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalton, and